The first scream wasn't from the monster, it was from the system. A red burning banner ripped across the sky like a wound and stamped itself into everyone's vision at once. System initialization complete. Class assignment in progress. And right then, in the middle of a collapsing freeway in downtown Larkhaven, I, Noah Park, 21, broke and on my way home from a warehouse shift, watched a city bus get lifted off the asphalt by something with too many arms. People ran, cars slammed into guardrails, concrete split like it was soft. Then my own banner hit. Noah Park, class, Bath Toy Summoner, F rank. Skill, Rubber Duck, unique. Description, Summon 1, Squeaky Rubber Duck. Cooldown, 24 hours, a squeak. That was it. My stomach dropped so hard it felt like the road vanished under me. Everyone around me, strangers, terrified strangers, started getting their own classes. Fire mages, shield bearers, healers, even a guy in a suit yelled in triumph when he got B-rank gunner and a glowing rifle materialized in his hands. Then they saw mine. Bath Toy Summoner? Someone barked, half laughing, half hysterical. Is the system pranking you? F rank. He's dead, another voice said, almost relieved it wasn't them. And above the freeway, the thing that had lifted the bus turned its head toward the noise. It was a boss. Not a regular spawn, not a stray beast. Its name crawled across my vision in gold letters that made my eyes sting. Srank World. Boss, Overpass Devourer. The Overpass Devourer's body was a knot of rebar and meat and tar-black muscle, with mouths opening along its elbows and shoulders like extra injuries. It set the bus down like a toy, and the bus folded in half from the pressure anyway. A new banner flashed for everyone. Event, First Hunt Survive. 10 minutes. Reward, Awakening. Failure, Termination, 10 minutes. My legs tried to run, my brain tried to pray, and my unique skill sat there like a cruel joke. Rubber duck, 1 squeaky duck per day. I could feel the crowd's attention turn from terror to a sharp, ugly kind of hope, because if someone was going to be sacrificed, better the F-rank clown. Summon it, the gunner snapped, like I was a tool. Maybe it distracts it. A woman with a glowing green staff, healer, C rank, grabbed my sleeve. Her hand shook. Please, just do something. The Overpass Devourer flexed, and the freeway above us groaned like it was alive. I raised my hand because there was nothing else to raise. Rubber duck, I said. A yellow rubber duck popped into existence in my palm. It was warm, ridiculous. It had a tiny orange beak and a stupid painted-on smile. It squeaked when my fingers tightened. The gunner stared. Someone actually laughed, one hard, broken laugh. And then the duck's eyes blinked. Not painted. Blink. A thin blue line of text, small enough that only I seemed to notice, appeared under my skill description. Hidden trait unlocked. Duck rule. Effect, all hostile targeting is redirected to the rubber duck. Condition, the duck must be within 30 meters. My throat went dry, because the Overpass Devourer, this S-rank nightmare, stopped mid-step. Every mouth on its body turned, not toward the screaming crowd, not toward the armed gunner, toward my palm, toward the duck. And in that moment I realized what the system had done. It hadn't given me a weapon, it had given me aggro, the most hated object in the world. The Devourer lunged, the air tore, its shadow fell over me like a ceiling. Run, the healer screamed, shoving me, but her shove did nothing because my feet were already sliding backward on the gritty asphalt. I clutched the duck, and my mind raced through the only numbers I had. 30 meters. If I dropped it, if I threw it, if I kept it close, the gunner fired. Blue bullets ripped into the Devourer's side and did almost nothing. A B-rank power that looked impressive and meant nothing. The Devourer's arm mouth snapped toward the gunner anyway, then twitched like it was yanked by an invisible leash and re-aimed at the duck. The gunner's eyes widened. What did you do? I didn't answer. I couldn't. Because a second line of hidden text flickered, like the system didn't want anyone to see it. Hidden trait. Bathwater. Effect. Any damage dealt to the duck is converted into squeak. Squeak. A universal currency that forces the system to comply. My heart slammed. The Devourer's first strike hit. It should have turned me into paste. Instead, its clawed fist smashed into the rubber duck. The duck compressed, then sprang back, squeak. A sound so small and so stupid that it didn't match the force behind it. Except the world itself flinched. A ripple went through the air, and my vision filled with another banner. Squeak acquired 1,000,000. The healer stopped moving. The gunner stopped breathing. The devourer hit again. Squeak, squeak. Each impact should have shredded reality. Instead, it printed currency. The boss kept attacking because it couldn't not attack. Everything it was, every line of its AI, every instinct, was locked onto the duck. And every time it struck, it fed me the one thing that could boss the system back. I understood then, with cold clarity, why my class was a joke. Because if anyone else had gotten this, the world would have ended faster. I looked at the freeway signpost beside me, steel bolted into concrete, then at the invisible leash pulling an S-rank world boss toward a squeaky toy. And I made a choice. I sprinted, not away, through the chaos. "Are you insane?" the gunner shouted. Yes, I ran straight toward the devourer, weaving under a dangling chunk of overpass and past an overturned car where a family huddled. The devourer followed, tearing up asphalt, ignoring everyone else completely. 30 meters. I kept the duck within 30 meters of my own body because the targeting wasn't on me, it was on it. I cut left, and the devourer cut left. I cut right, and it shredded the guardrail trying to follow the duck's path. Then I saw the split in the concrete pillar, already cracked from the initial impact. A weak point. A single support holding up the whole span. The devourer reared back for a finishing blow. I held the duck up like an offering. "Come on," I whispered. "Hit it. Harder." The fist came down. Squeak. The ripple was bigger this time, visible like a circular wave that pushed dust outward. Squeak acquired 50,000,000. My ears rang. My knees nearly buckled under the sudden weight of power I couldn't spend fast enough. But I didn't need to spend it all. I only needed one command. Because the hidden trait had said it. Universal currency that forces the system to comply. So I did the most dangerous thing a nobody could do. I spoke to the system like it was a servant. "System," I said, voice shaking. "Purchase, rule override." Error. "Purchase," I repeated louder. "Rule override, price, everything." The red banner in the sky stuttered, like it had just been slapped. "Confirm purchase," I confirmed. All my squeak drained in one violent rush, and the world held its breath. Then a new line appeared under my skill. Rubber duck, updated. Effect, redirect hostility. New effect, redirect consequences.